Good morning, dear friends, and welcome to today's word, which is wisdom. So desperately sought and so seldom acquired, albeit fleetingly. Now, the word wisdom means the ability to make decisions based on experience and knowledge. In other words, sound judgment. And if you look at the definition, it implies that there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom, and indeed that is so. Google is jam-packed with knowledge, but if we blindly use it to make decisions, it would be totally unwise. Decision-making is also a key component of the definition of wisdom. We have to make decisions every single day, big or small. And if we get them wrong, there are consequences. Similarly, experience is key. But if our experience is limited or tainted, so too will our decision-making be. So where do we find this elusive wisdom? How do we acquire it? How do we enjoy the benefits of it? Well, dear friends, look no further than this book, the Owner's Manual. Proverbs 9:10 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom." And the fear referred to there is not the fear of the guilty or those who feel unworthy, but the exuberant, excited fear of the humble servant who has made Jesus Lord of his life and who has a relationship with him and his word. The psalmist understood that. And in Psalm 119 verse 105 said, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." But it's all that and more, much more. In prophesying about the birth of Jesus, whose birth we shortly about to celebrate, the prophet Isaiah in chapter 9 verse 6 said, "For unto us a child is given, a son is born, and he will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace." And here's the thing. Every name that he bears is a blessing he shares. And you say to me, well, how does this relate to wisdom? And how does this become more? Well, let me explain. He shall be called Wonderful. It deals with the dullness of life. The difference between wonder and novelty is acute. Wonder means extreme joy and delight. Wonder grows over time. Novelty diminishes over time. Novelty puts the best in you and takes the best out of you, enables you to be the best you for the best of the world, to get the best in the world. And Jesus does just that. It says he shall be called Counselor, taking care of the decisions of life. And who better equipped to enable you to make decisions, to be your counselor, than Jesus himself? No one loves you more than him. No one knows you better than him. And no one knows the machinations of your heart better than he does. But being the good counselor that he is, he does not protect you from your problems. He encourages you and enables you to face them courageously. And in so doing, you gain from them and you gain through them, building up your experience in order to make better decisions. He shall be called Mighty Father, taking care of the demands of life. Wisdom means knowing when to quit and when to carry on, but having made the decision to carry on, sometimes it's difficult. But we know we can do all things through him who strengthens us. He shall be called Everlasting Father, adding dimension to life. If we move from a carnal vision to an eternal vision, that in itself is wisdom, that in itself is delight. And it's that eternal vision that gives perspective and purpose to our life. He shall be called the Prince of Peace. And he gives us peace, not because of our circumstances, but despite them. And so, dear friend, seek no further than this book. Seek no further than your relationship with God to gain true wisdom. In fact, true wisdom is not trying to be God, but merely crying out to God and tapping in to his store of infinite wisdom and joy.